So for
And it was
Gary's 29th birthday, I decided to take our little family on a camping trip because he always used to talk about how much fun he used to have camping when he was younger, and he's always wanted me to go camping with him. And now that we have a child and a dog and our own little family, I was like, why don't we do a little family camping trip? So to test it out, since it's our first time, Roman's 18 months, and probably shouldn't take an 18-month-old camping.
Yeah, probably not.
We just went to Stone Mountain because we have like the little yearly pass, and the campground is actually really nice. It was very surprising. But yeah, so we just tested it out in Stone Mountain before we actually try out some North Georgia, Tennessee mountains next, where the wild is.
Let me just tell you. So, as Bree pointed out, I've been camping before. This is actually like my 4th time going camping. The other times were with Boy Scouts, or 2 times with Boy Scouts, and then 1 time with my family. My brother and my mom, we went to this thing called Back Road Trip in Seattle, where it's like a group of 50 people go between various camping sites via bike and ferry only. And it was cool. It was like a week. Unlike both those times, it was cold. This is February, so. But I did tell Bree that I was like, the one thing that I always remember from camping is that first couple of nights, you got to get adjusted to how cold it gets at night.
Day portion. So we get there, we get our nice little spot. It's like very spacious. There's not a lot of people, so we thought at the other campsites near us, everyone else was on the other side, so we thought we had our own little section, and we started to unpack, and the first red flag that happened is we realized we forgot the dog stuff.
We forgot. Bree thought, I guess she saw me pack, so Bree's been really good with packing Luna when we go places, like to the vet or to her parents' house or whatever doggy stuff. She's just been she's just been really good about it. So like she saw me putting the stuff in the car this time, and she just she
rightfully
assumed exactly like, yo, he got it this time. And I'm just like literally in my head, I'm thinking, nah, Bree's been mad good about this. I'm just helping. She's gonna get it this time. And that miscommunication literally led to Luna starving and being sad.
Starving.
Okay,
she didn't have any food. We got the campsite.
We had a water bowl.
Yeah.
We had to get the travel water bowl and feed her Cheez-Its. And it was just.
So she ate Goldfish, Cheez-Its, and we just gave her water out of our bottles for the night because we were like not gonna leave the site to go to the store to get some more dog food.
We could have went probably to like one of the neighbors had a dog, but like it was a smaller dog.
You're right. They were offering us wood. We could have asked for some dog food.
Some dog food real quick because Luna was like not having it.
Yeah, Luna was not happy. So
we got the dog food
up on the little hill and just chewing on all types of sticks.
We actually brought her toys too, so she was bored.
Yeah.
We forgot all the dog stuff. So all the dog stuff was forgotten.
Didn't have a good time.
What else? I forgot to bring an extension cord, so the idea was to we brought a heater, like a little space heater,
for the
tent just to keep it warm, because some of these tents that other people had full like air conditioning and electricity. And
until we were first time campers versus everyone else, because they would pull up in their trucks with their little tents lifted up in the air, and like
everybody had a form of a canopy or some elevated off the ground.
Yeah, we were the only ones with a little small tent on the hard ground, and we found out why.
Yeah,
no one does that anymore.
Yeah, big regrets. I see why. See, I kept bragging about I got this tent set for like $60. Like I told Bree, for the tent and the sleeping bags, like the whole thing. It's not a small tent, but I kept bragging about it. And now, after sleeping outside, I see why. Like Bree said, I think that's the
like the old school way of
old times.
Now. Like no one sleeps on the ground anymore. And our campsite specifically had like a hill, so the ground was slanted. So we were literally sleeping.
We got an air mattress to try to get ahead of, I guess, sleeping on the ground. But the air mattress, because of the slant, kept sliding forward in the tent, and it just wouldn't allow you to like close the door. So Bree was just like,
get this thing out of here. It was more of a hassle than it was supposed to be like a benefit in the tent. So I'm just like, axed the air mattress.
So we were ready to be comfortable.
We had a bunch of blankets and sleeping bags.
Improvising.
Yeah.
Which is what camping is about, really. You go out to the wild to improvise. You go with a plan, and then nature's like, I got a different plan, and you got to adjust. That's really kind of what Bree had to say. I mean, I think she held up pretty well. It was cold. We didn't sleep, but it was expected. We didn't sleep much. We did like a little shift switch, going.
He set up a hammock, which was really
nice.
Right,
set up the hammock.
So if you were on watch, you would lay in the hammock.
Bree got some firewood, but they scammed us on that because it was some wet firewood because it did rain the day before.
Yeah, which is our fault. We went the day after it rained.
All right.
So.
And I told myself to buy firewood beforehand, like at Walmart or something.
But he still started a fire. We roasted some sausage dogs and made s'mores. Like, he started a pretty good fire. We didn't need the fire lit that long anyway because of Roman, who just...
Yeah, him and Luna, like, were trying to jump into the fire at some point.
Yeah.
So. Roman kept touching the grill with the charcoal, which I'm happy he didn't burn himself, but he just kept touching it. It's like, dude, chill. Yeah, Roman was probably the most difficult because he got wet. We were next to a lake, and like I said, it had rain. There was this big puddle that was like right next to our campsite.
As soon as we got there, he had on like the little cutest Nike outfit, and as soon as he put him out the car and we started unpacking, he went and jumped in the mud.
Within minutes, he was.
And I was just like, well, you might as well get it all out now because once I change your clothes, you can't get back in the mud. So he played in that mud for over an hour, like just him
in the mud,
jumping up and down in the mud, puddle of mud water. And so then I took him down to the lake. I don't know why, and showed him how to throw rocks and pine cones into the lake, and he did not want to leave. I'm just like, okay, time to go back up to the site, and he's like, no. I just want to stand here and throw stuff into the water. Oh, and now I want to go jump in the water. Yeah, and I'm just like...
And we knew that Roman is a very particular baby when it comes to sleep, so getting him to bed was the next challenge.
He loves his crib. He will not even sleep in the bed with us. Like, if he's going away for the weekend and I just want him to just lay in bed with me and just sleep with me for the night, he won't do it. Like, he wants to sleep in his crib by himself, very comfortable. So he got sleepy around 8:30. Which is
when everyone started, like, that's when the sun went out. That's when everyone started, like, lighting their campfires. Yeah. So everyone kind of went to bed around that time. So we was hoping Roman would follow suit, but nah.
He fell asleep
with him for that whole 3 hours.
From 8:30 to midnight, he was just on and off sleeping. He'd sleep on me for like 15 minutes and then wake up just fighting the tent and then go back to sleep for 15 minutes and just... It was just on and off until he finally was delusional and passed out around midnight. And then he slept hard, like snoring until like 6:30 in the morning. And then he usually wakes up around 8. So he woke up at 6:30 and was just...
On 10.
On 10. He saw me and Blake and was just so excited because he doesn't wake up next to us. He's always in his crib. And so he was so excited to see us and just so happy and jumping up and down. And, oh, we're outside. Let's go outside and run around. But it's like 6:30 in the morning and the rest of the campsite and the families are all asleep. So we were like...
I'm probably still mad because he was keeping people up.
Time to go.
He was screaming for a little bit past 10. People like to start hanging it up around 8.
So we left. We were gone.
We were early. As soon as he woke up, we started packing. Unfortunately, the first thing that I noticed is that I guess while we were packing, it was like midway we were packing when I noticed that the car had died somehow.
Yeah.
We literally only recharged. Like we did one recharge. I have brought some. Because I forgot my extension cord, but I had brought some and I forgot to bring the backup batteries. But we brought some material just in case, charger phones and stuff. But we did like a 30-minute charge section where Bree had to charge her. One of her phones was almost dead. And while she was doing that, I charged, I think, my phone. It was literally only 2 phones charging in her car on the battery.
The night before.
What?
I was just saying the night before.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It was a whole, a couple, I want to say at least 6 hours before.
Yeah.
And... we only did it for 30 minutes. It wasn't enough to draw enough power to train the battery, but sure enough, the battery was dead. And luckily for us, I did happen to I have a backup car charger, battery, phone charger, blah, 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 that I purchased around the same time I got the tent. And it essentially has enough juice to spark the car. And, you know,
so clutch. I did not want to go wake up another family.
Yeah, because I was going to be all tired.
We were already looking like the amateurs that, like, obviously were camping for the first time. Right. So I didn't want to be that person. Like, hey, you jump our car.
Because we're so bad at first time camping. We actually lost the one thing.
I usually get mad at him for, like, ordering a bunch of random stuff on Amazon. But that one thing that he ordered, the self-jump starter.
I would recommend it. I will put the link in the description because it was very clutch. It was very inexpensive when I bought it, but like how small it is, like I say, it can charge the phone and it can jump your car. I don't know why you wouldn't just have it in your back, in your trunk somewhere, because it worked first time. Boom, car was started. We was out of there.
So I would say about 7:30 we were gone.
Yep.
But it was still a good experience. I still had fun.
I'm happy you did.
I did.
It was.
I think it sets us up for the future for many other camping trips.
Most definitely, we just have to get more comfortable. My mom offered us. Funny, she offered us like her bigger tents that we probably should have taken because, like, boy.
My goal is to get an RV in the future.
Right. Let's not sleep on any more tents and grounds and sleep in the metals.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Because I did enjoy sleeping on the hammock, but I was nervous the whole time. I thought like a deer or something was going to just ram me out the hammock.
I was scared when Roman and I were by the lake throwing stuff in the water. I was scared an alligator was going to come up.
Here, that's in Florida.
I know, but still, I was yelling at like, come watch our back. I'm scared, like, someone's going to pop out and, like, try to take us.
Hilarious. But, yep, it was a great experience. I'm happy you enjoyed it. Like I said, Roman, I guess he halfway enjoyed it. He enjoyed it.
He loves being outside, so he had fun. It was just the sleeping part that was hard for him.
Right, which makes sense because it did get cold and he's bougie, so it was hard for her. It was cold.
Yeah.
Mommy and Dad, me and Bree kept shifting. Like we would wake up and we would be at the bottom. She kept waking up at the bottom of the tent. I'll wake up. I'm 2 feet below
where I woke up. Like this.
Yeah, it's like you're just moving down. It was something we gotta work next, like Bree said, next time.
Lessons learned.
Next time will be better. But yeah, it was great. I enjoyed it, birthday wise. Good.
Next year, 30.
No, I'm going to Japan. I'm going to camp out in Japan.
He wants to camp out in Japan, so we'll see a year from now where we end up going for him.
Oh, definitely. Well, than that, guys, thank you for watching. We got to tell you guys to start liking and sharing in the beginning of the video, not towards the end, because half of you guys don't even probably make it this far. So, do it in the beginning. And leave comments and like and share and all that stuff. And we love you guys.